Welcome to all the mini enthusiasts, classic car enthusiasts. Okay, so as you can see, I'll pick the camera up in a few minutes. As you can see, I've taken out the back part of the jig or the rotisserie. I've got the hinges done. It works. It opens side on. What I'll do now is I know the positions they need to be in, because where I made the mistake was I tried to put a hinge on the top and a hinge on the bottom. The problem is there's such a radius here that the angles are fighting each other, so I had to scrub that idea, and I've actually put them close down together where they're not quite so bad. It's not fitted in properly completely yet. I haven't put the rubber seal in, but now I've got the angles right, I can actually make the post. What I did was I used the scrap material that I had. I used some tubing that I had, and it's not exactly the right size for the threaded bar, so obviously there's a lot of tolerance in there. So what I'll do tomorrow now is now it works, so I know it works. I'll buy tubing which is similar size, so it's a nice fit, so not precision fit, but so at least it's not loose, if you like. And then what I'll do is remake the brackets. But I just wanted to see if they would work. Unfortunately, the mini bonnet hinges are really not strong enough. I didn't think they would be, but I wanted to just use that shape. So what I'll do is, you could use them if you put some, solid steel bar, something like this, for instance. If you put this on the hinge, if you got the bar and then put it on, and then heated it and bent it to the shape of these things, you would probably make it much stronger, but you'd have to heat it, bend it to shape, and then weld it all the way along. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it out of 4mm or 5mm steel, but I'll cut it out with my plasma and make them so they're very, very strong. You can see it, the door opens well, it sits okay, but it sags a bit because these hinges are not strong enough. And then I'll develop the hinge system a little bit better, but I'll show it to you now. So this is just the first mod. Now I know it works. There's a little tight on the back here, so I have to elongate the holes a little bit, but we're pretty much there. So what we'll do is, this boot lock works, but it's not going to be enough on its own, and rather than try and make something else, some other kind of catch, what I'm going to do with the hinges is I'm going to take the pins out, and then I'll put the pin back in and fit this bottom one on, and then on the top part I'll elongate the hole, so when you take it over you just slot it down onto it, and that'll make the bonnet, that'll make the boot secure, if you understand what I mean. I'll show it you when I do it. I've actually seen it in a mini magazine where a guy's done it. It's a quick way of taking the boot off of race cars and stuff. And all they do, as I say, is they just take the hinge out, the hinge pin, and then put it back in, and then this top one, where the hole is there, is just elongated to the bottom, so you can basically just push it on. And that way, when you close it, pop it in, and then it'll be more secure, like it would be on its normal hinges. But yeah, anyway, that's it. It fits quite nice. As I say, the hinges are just not strong enough and not stable enough. Not the front ones, but I did try to do that. I thought if I can use something that mini guys can get hold of easily, it'd be a lot easier for them. But unfortunately, they have to be fabricated. So I'll make them tomorrow, and I'll say I'll make 4mm or something. It'll be strong stuff anyway, or 3mm possibly. We'll see. But anyway, so basically, when you open it, you open as normal. I'll have to lift it because obviously it's done it. But the problem with the hinge on this car is because of the shape, a hinge itself, or it won't work because it has to sit back into a recess. So I've made it so it's on a pedestal. I'll show you now. So basically you pick it up, you open it up, and you can see there how it works. So I'll pick the camera up now and I'll show you the hinge system. Obviously that will go all the way back, but as you can see at the moment there's a little tight. I don't know if that won't be too bright. Let me just get my glasses back on. So yeah, I'd say this has just been mocked up just now, but you can see they're far too thin. And what I'll have to do is elongate them. You can see it's just nipping there on the corner. So I'll make these slightly longer, and not out of this. I'll make it out of real nice steel. And you can see how I've done the hinges there. There's one on top and one on the bottom. But that tubing is is not a good tolerance on it, so it's not a great fit. But that's basically how it's going to be done. So I'll remake these tomorrow. Remake these so that the swivel works well, and extend them slightly so that when it opens. And the idea is that as you close it, you can see. I'll close it, and you can see there. And what will happen is, if you didn't have that bit where you can see now the hinges, you see them pushing in. So as you close it, sorry about the camera work, but as you close it, hang on, I'll have to put the camera back up here. I don't know if that's going to work. Yeah. So as you open and close it, obviously the hinges are not strong enough. As you open and close it, you push it across to one side. So you open it, and they open up. And then when you're closing it, you just push it across. Unfortunately, it won't stay up because, there you go. So that's it. I'll give you all the dimensions and everything. Okay, while we're on this is the other bit at the back of the jig, if you don't want to see how I did it. So you can see here, this is the bit that goes over the two arms go over the two rear where the shock absorbers go, and then you make this piece with a tube on it. Excuse me. You make this piece with a tube on it so it can go up and down anywhere you want. This is an old piece of galvy, and then this one goes through there. So basically, these holes are already there in the older minis. It basically fits in there. You need to be able to turn this, because if you go to put it in and this is solid, this bar, what will happen is you'll have a struggle getting it in. So you need to be able to pull it up afterwards. You can push the back down and then bring this in position, but that's how it works. Very easy to make. So anyway, that's it. So I'll fabricate these, get it all really nice and dinkied up and painted up, and then I'll show you what they look like. But the mechanics of it's there. I just need to really kind of fine tune it and so on and so forth. But I think it's going to work well. But it was an absolute sod to get the angles, and you really need to make sure that this area for the light is good. But as you can see, they work quite well. So what I'll do now is put supports across here and here, and I'll just change it around a bit. Anyway, thanks for watching in. I hope you've enjoyed it, and talk to you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye for now. Bye.